Wesley Chapel is the #1 suburb in Tampa Bay. But in 2026, the question on everyone's mind is it still affordable? And the bigger question is it affordable for you? Today, we're doing a deep dive into the math of actually moving here. We're comparing the new, shiny construction communities like Two Rivers, which is one of the hottest up-and-coming, in fact, it's the hottest up-and-coming new construction community in Wesley Chapel, against an established resale community to see if your dollar actually goes further in one as compared to the other. If this is a question on your mind after you watch this video, you should have a much better idea of what will be better for you. Something new or maybe something else. I'll show you the real HOA fee amounts so that you can make comparisons for yourself and determine if you think new construction is a legitimate option for you or not. So let's get into it. So what are the real differences between homes in Two Rivers versus homes in the surrounding areas of Wesley Chapel and Zephyr Hills? Before we take a close look at the price comparisons and fees that affect your bottom line, you need to remember that sometimes it's more than just about dollars. It's about your comfort level and weighing both the short and long-term costs of buying something new versus buying a resale home. I'll give you guys a really good example. A recent client of mine decided to buy a new construction home as opposed to a resale home because, well, he was about 25 years older than his wife. And so for that couple, purchasing a new construction home, well, it made sense, even though the new construction home was significantly more expensive than the resale home. They were actually thinking long-term in terms of the maintenance costs of older homes because they accelerate at a faster rate compared to new construction homes, which come with built-in warranty packages. Time to talk new construction, Two Rivers versus the surrounding area resales. The median sale price for homes in the new construction community of Two Rivers is $434,490, which is approximately 14.4% higher than the general resale price in Wesley Chapel, which is $381,000. The question here is, if you decide to buy a new home, what are you going to get for the additional 14%? So the question is, what do you get for paying more? Now, you're getting a home with zero deferred maintenance. When you buy a resale home, you're actually inheriting all of the maintenance issues and flaws that someone created or neglected to remedy while they own the home. Buying a new construction home eliminates this issue. New homes come with built-in warranties. Most new construction homes come with what's called a 2 in 10 warranty package. Now, this means that the appliances are generally covered for 2 years and the structure is covered for 10 years after the purchase date. Now, that means that if anything happens to your appliances or your structure during that time, those items either get repaired or replaced immediately by the warranty company. And you don't have to worry about them. The ceiling for appreciation is really high with new construction homes, as new homes usually have lots of room for appreciation and value, especially if there are other homes around them that are completed after your home is completed. The earlier you get into a new community, the higher the ceiling for appreciation over a period of time. What's the average price per square foot of a new construction home in Two Rivers? Now, the lower end of the price range for Two Rivers is $165 per square foot, which is 3.13% higher than the lower end for resale homes in the general area, which is about $160 price per square foot. The high end of the range for Two Rivers is $304 price per square foot, which is 38.18% higher than the high end for resale homes, which is at about $220 price per square foot. Now, that's a pretty significant difference. Here are 4 key points to remember when considering buying a new construction home versus a resale. Number 1, the perks. As previously mentioned, you have a 2 in 10 year warranty package, which includes energy efficiency, which is really critical for your 2026 electric bills. And those must-have floor plans like open concept kitchens with oversized islands, special niche options like media rooms, or flexible spaces that can be used for multiple things like extra bedrooms or maybe in-house workout rooms. Now remember, if you choose a resale, you can always purchase a third-party home warranty at an average of about $685 annually. Number 2, the cost. Expect to spend at least $450,000 to $500,000 for a small to mid-sized home, but beware of the upgrade trap. Major upgrades like flooring and higher-end appliance packages need to be researched before you say yes. Now, oftentimes, you can get the same or similar upgrades completed on your own after closing for a cheaper price. Sometimes much cheaper, depending on the item's availability and what the labor costs are to complete it. Number 3, incentives. Many buyers are offering to pay buy-down rates for the buyer to combat high interest rates. Now, a rate buy-down is a financial mortgage tool that's used where the upfront fee is paid to reduce the interest rate and lower the monthly payments for a period of 1 to 3 years. It's a short-term way to reduce the buyer's cost. But remember, the rate increases at the end of the term. Builders are also offering to pay some, or in some cases, the majority of buyers' closing costs. Now, I recently had a client get about $20,000 off their closing costs paid for them by the builder at closing. Number 4, inspections. Now, even new construction homes, well, they aren't perfect. Now, I recommend actually having an independent inspector come in and conduct a full inspection on your new home before closing, just as you would on a resale home. Now, trust me, it's well worth the cost. Now, last year, I worked with a prominent builder who did not properly install the AC ductwork for a client, which would have resulted in a super hot August, and August is hot here anyway, and a super high power bill for the owner if the inspector had not gone into the attic and discovered the disconnected air duct. So when buying a resale home, there are 4 important keys to remember. Number 1, resale price advantage. Now, you often can find 2,500 square foot homes for $30,000 to $35,000 less than new homes that are roughly the same size. But be really, really careful. Make sure that the roof, the AC, and other big ticket items are less than about 7 years old. Otherwise, you're going to end up losing any potential savings that you save on the front end a few years later, because now you've got to update all of those older elements. Number 2, the hidden catch of buying older homes. Maintenance can be a really sneaky issue, especially here in Florida. I recently had a home buyer that was forced to put a brand new roof on their home just 2 years after they purchased it, because it had actually reached the threshold age of less than 3 years of useful life left on that roof. Now, this is what we call the maintenance trap. This is also how a $400,000 home instantly becomes a $425,000 home. Now, insurance companies will not insure a home with roofs that are beyond the age limit, even if they're not leaking. Number 3, lot size. Resale homes typically have much larger backyards compared to the common 50 to 60 foot wide new construction lots. So you get a little bit of extra room there. Number 4, resale buying tip here. If you are going to buy a resale home, which is a home that was previously owned by someone else, try to find one that is a little bit newer, maybe less than 5 years old, so that you can use the remaining warranties if they were transferable. And only purchase resale homes that have newly replaced roofs, AC systems, newer windows, doors, and newer appliances, if possible. This is going to save you tons of time and money in the future. I also try to often negotiate a home warranty into the deal for my buyers if possible on resales. Oftentimes, sellers are willing to include this to get a deal done, especially when they know that the home is older. Listen, buying any home can be a huge challenge, but making the final decision to choose a new construction home over a resale home or vice versa can be really, really hard. What should you look for when it comes to making the best decision? How do you choose the right builder? How do you find the best resale option and get the best price without sacrificing money down the road because the house that you bought was maybe a little too old? Do you know exactly what to look for and what to consider? Or do you need help? It all comes down to working with a great team of professionals to help negotiate and navigate those obstacles. Now, whether your move is 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months from now, whether it from across the world, outside the state, or maybe just across town, our team is standing by to help make sure that your move to Tampa Bay is everything that you want it to be. All right, so let's talk a little bit about HOA and CDDs in older neighborhoods. Now, if you're coming into the Tampa Bay area from up north or out west, maybe you aren't as familiar with the HOAs and CDDs as you need to be. HOAs, or homeowners associations, are governing bodies within neighborhoods that control and govern elements of that neighborhood. Now, they set up the rules and the regulations to keep uniformity within the community and maintain property value. Now, as a real estate estate professional, I tell people over the long term that HOAs are generally pretty good for communities. Of course, you do get that occasional abuse when they're using their governing authority. However, if your neighbor, let's say, decided to turn their front yard into a used car lot, you probably would not be very happy, and you would be very happy for the HOA to step in and rectify that situation. Now, CDDs are infrastructure fees that are passed along to residents by the developer to pay for amenity additions like pools, fitness centers, and guard gates over a period of years, as opposed to adding those costs on top of the sales price when the customer first buys the home. Now, let's compare real numbers of two different communities here in Wesley Chapel. The new construction community of Two Rivers, which when completed will contain over 6,000 homes and will have a number of state-of-the-art amenities and entertainment options, versus an established older community, one called Seven Oaks here locally. So let's take a look at these numbers. Now, Two Rivers, basically, they're building Two Rivers now through 2029. The annual HOA is about $890. The annual CDD is about $2,400 to $4,000, and the annual total cost is $3,290 to $4,890. Now, Seven Oaks, which is a slightly older community, was built in the 90s and early 2000s. The annual CDD there is about $552 per year. The annual CDD is $1,400 to $2,800 per year, and the total annual cost is $1,952 to about $3,352 annually. So on average, living in Two Rivers costs approximately 57.2% more in fixed annual fees as opposed to living in the older community of Seven Oaks. So what you have to determine here is, does the increased cost of living in Two Rivers and the benefits that buying those, amazing amenities like the luxury pool and the spa package and the fitness facilities, the social clubs, the manicured common areas, well-maintained dog parks, and the walking trails, do all of these things actually justify the cost? And are you going to use them on at least a weekly basis, if not a daily basis? So that leads us to our next talking point. Let's talk about the amenities in both neighborhoods, Seven Oaks versus Two Rivers. Now, Seven Oaks actually has a pretty nice set of amenities for its residents. There's a kids' playground, and there's a couple of tennis courts there. They have a really, really nice clubhouse. They have a pool complete with the old school spiral slide down platform, and they also have a lap pool there as well. Now, even though this community is older, as many of the homes were built in the late 90s, early 2000s, mid and early 2000s, the amenities are still, they're pretty good. Now, because the Two Rivers community is still under construction, the amenities center is in progress and it hasn't been completed yet. But when those are actually completed, it will offer a number of really amazing elements for the residents there. It's going to have multiple clubhouses, luxury style swimming pools, parks, pickleball courts, dog walk parks, walking trails, and community fire pits. So the bottom line here, is Wesley Chapel still affordable for you? If you want the easy button, new construction is the way to go for a little bit more money. Now, if you want slightly lower HOA and CDD fees, but you're okay with the increased maintenance issues over time, with a lower price entry point in a more established community, buying a resale might actually be a better option for you. But you must remember to check the age of the roof, the water heater, the AC unit. No matter what your choice, my team can help you figure all of this out and make the best choice for your specific needs. Now, if you're trying to decide what your options truly are here in the Wesley Chapel area in the next 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months from across the world, outside the state, or maybe just across town, my team is standing by to help make sure that your move here to the Tampa Bay area is everything that you want it to be. See you on my next video, and remember, home is Tampa Bay.